Georgia Ingalls. She didn't want to give me no kringles. Georgia Ingalls died being single. I met her at Fifth Church of Christ Scientist on La Brea and Hollywood. She was so fine and pretty. She was a young, beautiful blonde. She really turned me on. She talked like Mickey Mouse. She's the mom of the house. Georgia Ingalls wouldn't give me no kringles. Georgia Ingalls died being single. She didn't believe in sex out of marriage. She was a vegan girl. She didn't like to date anybody that would come on too strong. She was so pretty. She was Ted Knight's girlfriend on the Mary Tyler Moore show. I loved her so. Georgia Ingalls wouldn't give me no kringles. Georgia Ingalls died being single. I want to sing the rest, but
maybe we could pick it up later.
But this girl I dated, she was a famous actress, and she was. I might as well dated a nun or my sister. She did not believe in sex or holding hands or kissing. Okay. I mean, she was like a big sister, and but anyway, I loved her. She died the same time my wallet got stolen at Screen Actors Deal in April of last year. Hi, it's good to see you, Adam Papagan.
This is our big reunion show.
Yeah.
We made our first record together January 2008.
Well, you were a guest on my show before you had a spin-off. Before you had a spin-off of the Adam Papagan show. You did my Junior Christian Science Bible lesson show. Brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, I've known you most of my life.
Yeah, I remember when you were smaller than me. Now you're bigger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giraffely, you would
say. Wow.
Then,
you always beat me by getting more women than me. I got to get you.
I mean, that's not exactly a hard.
You dated a girl and lived with her mother in Santa Monica for many years, and I was jelly of you.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been with anybody since 1994.
Yeah, I remember you actually mentioning that a lot.
I wrote a song about that. If you ever want me to do a song about it, I can do it on your show.
I haven't had sex since 1994?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a big diet from a romance.
Yeah. So
any girls out there that are single, David Liebe Hart is available. I like coke. I like the real thing. I like ladies.
So David, I was going to ask you what's changed since we worked together about 5 years ago, but it seems like not much.
We're going to work together again. We're supposed to do an album together in the future.
This is the reunion special right now.
Well, I remember when you were a little Frank Sinatra on my show, and you were the greatest. And then
do you remember when we did the show Galaxy Forum?
Yeah, that was
in
great.
Santa Monica.
I wish you would have put clips of all that, those goodies, but passies on here.
Yeah, well, we can just reminisce and talk about it.
Well, we could do a reunion part 2 with pictures of what we used to do.
Okay.
But it's good to be here. I produced a public access show.
You can talk to...
I produced a public access show from 1988 to 2008. That was a rough year. My favorite white cousin, Linda McKinnon, died, who was such a sweet lady. And Winfred and me both miss her. She was a wonderful woman.
In 2008, and that was also the last year of public access.
Last year,
and the year that we started working together.
Right.
Which was a bigger year, 2008 or 1994, when you stopped having sex?
Oh my God! I tell you, I've been on a diet from having no girls so long. I forgot what it's like.
So which was a bigger deal? I mean, 2008 when you started doing.
Doing
music, and you started this new part of your career,
somewhere else. So I guess when we did music, we did an album together. We did an album called Public Access.
Do you remember all the albums we did? Let's see if we can name all of them.
We did Trains of the Past to the Present.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 of them.
We did the David Liebe Hart album.
The band album.
We did. We did.
David Liebe Hart hymn book. Remember that one?
Yeah, and and then we did two other
The Monsters album?
the Monsters album about all the racist people that I had to do a lot of forgiving about.
Yeah. And we did the improvised album.
An improvised
That's
album.
probably our worst one, I would say.
Well, it was, I had an original song on there. All my friends like Asian girls. Those were words and music to that one. That's
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate all the good guitar playing and co-writing songs we did together. We're going to do a new album together. I want to do a song about my girlfriend that died.
Georgia Ingalls?
Yeah, she died.
You just did that, though.
Well, I would like to put it on the album.
You seem like you have a lot of songs about actresses you have crushes on.
Yeah, well,
You ever thought about writing a song about a different topic?
I would like to. Well, I like to write what I'm famous about. Hardly anybody writes about songs. I would like to. I was so sad about.
Hardly anybody writes about songs.
I was so sad about Kobe Bryant and his little. I'm hoping that and praying that I've been praying for Kobe Bryant and his daughter. I know that they're in the hands of God. I was very sorry to hear that. I love Kobe Bryant.
Did you really?
I did.
I've never heard you
I
talk
liked
about
him
sports.
like the son I never had. I thought.
Oh,
he was cool.
okay.
He's cool. He's a great basketball player, and I know he's gone to be with Jesus. And I just would like to be there at the pearly gates to say, "Hey, well done. You're my beloved son, whom I'm well pleased in playing basketball well, and having a wonderful daughter and being a wonderful basketball player, sports player."
Did you ever play basketball?
I did in the day when I was a young sprout. I'm now an oldie but goodie. 1950s, I was born. I grew up in the 50s when they didn't recognize black skin. They treat us as worse than we were sissies, and I like girls. 50s was rough.
Was that another original song?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, it's good to be on the show.
What have you been up to? So we stopped. We took a little break in 2015. What have you been up to since then?
Well,
professionally.
I worked with John C. Reilly on Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule for 5 years, and he was a wonderful guy. He lives near this area, up in the hills, and then I used to tour with Tim and Eric. They don't call me to tour anymore, but I'm grateful for the touring I did do with them in the past. And then I started working with this guy named Jonah, but everybody misses you, and they miss the band. I'm grateful for Jonah. He's a great, talented guy. And
yeah, Jonah really did me a favor, I gotta say.
Well, we had a divorce, but we're back together again.
Well, I don't know about that.
Heterosexual ways. Just a son and father. I don't mean to make your dad jealous.
Okay.
But we.
Who is more of a son to you, me or Kobe Bryant?
Well, I think you are.
Okay. Well, thanks. I feel the same way about you.
Well, thank you. You always beat me in getting girls. I gotta get your recipe for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, 94. It's it's almost 30 years now.
Oh my God! Well, Bridget did me a favor by dumping me, and then and Roberto Julius Gonzalez. He took her to Ellis. Well, wish them the best. I'm moving on to something better.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to get dumped.
Yeah, so we move on to something green pastures. Well, what's been new with you?
Well, I started the tour company. I've been doing that.
Yeah, I want to go on a tour with you. See, I know a lot about the different people's homes.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure when I first came to California.
Della Reese.
Oh, Della Reese.
You were Della Reese's butler?
No, I did work at her house. And then I used to
as a
do music
handyman?
at her church. She had a church called the Church of Better Living with Johnny Coleman, that was started in Chicago. And that was a spinoff from Unity. And then, Unity is cousins with Christian Science. That's another spinoff. And then Church of Better Living, Ernest Holmes.
Well, speaking of spinoffs, you actually have your own TV show now.
Yeah,
I Love David.
I deserve it. I worked so hard with Tim and Eric. They gave me my own show called I Love David. You can see it on the Channel 5 News. And I did 6 episodes. I originally did 12, but Cartoon Network only accepted 6 of them. there's a new sheriff in town, and that's AT&T, and they bought out Cartoon Network. So everybody has to sign new contracts. We don't know what's going to happen now.
Wow. Well, it was a great show. What were some of the segments that didn't make it onto the air?
I did a show called Black and White Should Work Together, and fighting about racism. And my dad was an activist with Dr. Martin Luther King and worked with Helen Belafonte. He worked with Izzy Davis. He worked with Joan Baez, and they were civil rights leaders, and they were activists, and they were fighting for equality for blacks and Hispanics and other people of color that were facing racism. And then everything was getting better, and then, well, I have to forgive him. And, you have to love. Well,
what are you talking about?
Well, I wanted to, well, anyway, you know, I like what was said. Excuse me. I like what Hillary Clinton said when she lost. They whooped us, but they didn't beat us. That has meant so much to me. They whooped us, but they didn't beat us. So I know.
Who whooped you?
We got whooped. They beat Donald Trump beat the shit out of us during the election.
Didn't Donald Trump's sons come to one of your concerts?
Yes, they did.
And it caused a big scene?
Yeah, I did say, yeah, I like the Donald Trump that he cares about the veterans, and I got to give him a hand for that. And I like Donald Trump that he wants to make America great, because he's got to do something about this. We need to give our prayers and support to all these thousands of homeless people. I almost got killed feeding a homeless person. I always would feed homeless people because I spent some time being homeless, and
no kidding.
Yeah, I've had my mountains and I've had my valleys, and well, anyway, I felt sorry for this guy, and I went inside this chicken restaurant to buy him food, and the people at the chicken restaurant wouldn't sell me food since they knew I was going to feed the homeless. So I walked across the street to buy a burrito for him, and he chased me across the street with a gun and a knife, told me, "You know what time it is."
With both?
It was scary. But praise God, I was protected, but it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. What you got in this bag here?
Well, I'm like Felix the cat. I got a bag of tricks in here. And I got a friend that's going to want to talk to you. We're going to meet someone that knows you from the past Junior Christian Science Bible Lesson Show. Then it became the Junior Teaching Bible Lesson Show because the Christian Science Church didn't want me to use their name since that was their trademark. And the name Christian Science originally came from a Mason book called the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Oh, hey, Doug. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you, too.
Doug, I think when I was on David's show for the first time, you were there, and you're looking... How old are you, Doug?
My goodness, I'm old enough to be your grandfather.
I would say, oh, wow, okay, wow. Sure is barking a lot.
Oh, I also import cat.
So is Doug like your favorite puppet, or is he just...
Well, Doug is a chip off the old block. You've probably seen him at the Hollywood Bowl. You've seen him at the Music Center. By the way, I'm no longer at La Brea Tar Pits. They kicked all the street musicians out of La Brea Tar Pits. No freedom of speech. You want me to sing you a song, Doug the Dog?
Doug, would you like me to get my guitar out? Maybe we can do one of our older songs, or...
I can do something new.
Do you remember any of our older songs? I was trying to think.
But I think David can sing them better than me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I can improvise. Okay, I'll do Better Media. Better Media is about...
That's probably our best song, I think.
Better Media is what I experienced. I went to Rich East High School, and I was bored living in Park Forest. Park Forest is now all black like Chicago and Inglewood. all the white folks left, but we still want them and love them back. Okay, here we go. And I'll do a different song. I know the Christmas girl. My parents moved out to 136 South Ellis, Chicago, Illinois, to board South Suburbia, Park Forest, Illinois, 117 Westwood Drive. I wanna get out and party and get out of board Suburbian. I wanna go where things, the action is in Chicago. I'm tired of board Suburbia. Gotta go to Chicago, has a better media. Gotta go on the north side of Chicago to meet a single girl. I gotta go and party, get out of board Suburbia. Gotta go where it's better media. I got a final at 7 in the morning at Ritchie's High School. I had a beautiful teacher, makes me obedient and keep the rule. We party at the Pickle Barrel after school. Then we travel back to Chicago on the Illinois Central 2. I'm tired of board Suburbia, gotta go to Chicago, you see. Chicago, Illinois has a better media. I watch WLS here on the radio, plays the best rock and roll. Oh, that fills my soul.
Huh. Still got it. Yeah, it's probably like one of the better songs we did. You might not know it to hear it right now, but
yeah, we used to go on tour together and everything. Oh,
what was your favorite show that we played when we went on tour? I know you still go on the road, but
well, I liked this. The worst tour was in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah,
when I got punched in the face with a beer bottle.
I thought he just poured beer on you.
No, he hit me.
You're right,
in the
he
mouth.
did actually. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Baptist, and he baptized the shit
you
out
with
of me.
beer, yeah.
I had the glass to get the.
Then we had to go to the police station. Remember that?
Oh, that was terrible. We didn't even get to do the show that night. And then Phil Shy said, I like Phil Shy, like the son I had, never had. But he thought he was funny, like Bugs Bunny, Phil Shy. He said, I ain't call it like, I'm not prejudiced like my dad, was Ku Klux Klan, even though I have a Federated flag. But I thought it was funny when I saw David get a Hawaiian punch of a beer in the face. That's how he feels shy. I have to forgive you.
Yeah, so that was the worst. But what do you think? Anything stand out as being a fun show? Or
Well,
I remember we played South by Southwest. Remember we did
I love
that?
doing South by Southwest.
Oh, you're going back?
I don't know what Jonas got planned, Jonah Motion.
That's in March.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to go back. I did it last year, and I was supposed to do it with the Jack Fair, but he never showed up. He stood me up like all these girls did to me.
That's cool that you got to work with Jad Fair, because he was. I was listening to his music when we started working together in 2008.
Wow, he's a talented guy. I was very honored to work with him. I just
Full
wish
circle.
we could have toured together.
I remember you guys wrote a great song. I wish that we could have covered this, but you said you like Donald Duck better than Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
How come? I agree with you. Mickey Mouse sucks.
Well, Donald Duck had an Irish temper in him that was always funny. Yes, I'm Donald Duck. Remember me? I always had Daisy Duck, but maybe I should have dated a black duck like Daffy Duck. That's a girl. Mickey Mouse had a high-pitched voice like my ex-girlfriend, Georgia Ingalls. She died being single, wouldn't let me have any Kringles.
What is a Kringle?
Kringles are those potato chips that you eat.
Pringles.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't let you have any?
She was against sex out of marriage or holding hands. She was a very conservative Republican Christian Scientist. She didn't believe in sex out of marriage. She felt it was animal magnetism and it was wrong. And she said, if you ever so much as ask me to be intimate with me, you're gonna get 5 fingers of a slapjack. So
and that was a Pringle?
The Kringle was, I thought was supposed to be the romance that I never got.
Oh, it's a metaphor.
Yeah. So why don't we do the song over again?
Okay. All right.
This song is dedicated to you, Georgia Ingalls. I love you, even though we never got romantically together.
I thought she was your girlfriend.
She didn't believe in sex out of marriage. I might as well dated my sister or a Catholic nun.
Have you ever dated your sister or a Catholic nun?
No, I'm not a freak.
All right. Well,
maybe you can do it because we're not related. They're not.
I can date your sister.
Well, the one that's single, but she.
All right. Let's take 2 here, but let's wait to get some groove. You know.
Ready?
Wait.
Georgia Ingalls didn't give me no Kringles. Georgia Ingalls died being single. She was a first and second reader with Miss Collins. And New York City she lived. She never dated another guy. She made me cry. She used to date the TV actor Ted Knight. I don't know why. Georgia Ingalls didn't give me no Kringles.
What about Doug?
Georgia Ingalls.
Take it, Doug.
Georgia Ingalls died being single. I don't know the song.
Wait.
I didn't date her, he did.
So wait, David, you know the song, but Doug doesn't?
Let me see it. We can cut it short. Georgia Ingalls didn't give me no Kringles. Georgia Ingalls died being single. I got a call from her co-friend. Told me she died the same time my wallet got sold. That Screen Actors Guild after. It was April the 28th when I got the bad news. The Georgia Ingalls died in New York. She should have survived. Georgia Ingalls died being single. Georgia Ingalls wouldn't give me no Kringles. She loved to go to church with me, but she didn't believe in being intimate with me. Her best love was reading the Science and Health and Bible. Georgia Ingalls died being single. Georgia Ingalls, she could have been my Kringles. I dreamed about being romantically and holding her hand, but she said she didn't want to be close to any man.
Hey, David, did you ever find your wallet?
No, I never did. Somebody hijacked it for good. Never got my wallet back or my credit cards.
But you ordered new ones, though. It was okay?
I ordered new ones. Georgia Ingalls, she
died being single.
Georgia Ingalls, I wish you could have been my Kringles. You were such a pretty blonde girl that turned me on. You were part Norwegian and German and Swedish like me, but I was a jock. I was a chocolate brownie of it. Georgia Ingalls, you should have been single. I would have married you if you would have loved and been romantic with me too. Georgia Ingalls, she died being single. She wouldn't give me no Kringles. Georgia Ingalls, I love you wherever you are. Wherever you are.
Was Georgia Ingalls like the son you never had?
She's a woman. She wouldn't go for that gay. Oh, excuse me, I love all people equally.
But she could be like a son. Like a daughter is like a son.
She
You know
was
what I mean?
my daughter. She could have been my big sister. She talked like She talked like Minnie Mouse. George Angles had a high pitched voice like Minnie Mouse. Really high voice. If you ever saw the Mary Tyler Moore show, she was Ted Knight's girlfriend. Then she married Ted Knight. Then George Angles played on Everybody Loves Raymond. She played someone's TV wife on Coach. Oh, George Angles. You should have been my Kringles.
You
wouldn't have been staying single.
Yeah, too bad she died.
Yep, that's a sad thing.
Yeah.
That's love her. Well, she taught me how to be pure. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
So, David, what's next for the reunion? What do you think? Is this it, do you think? Or
Next for the reunion, we need to show clips of me, you on the Junior Christian Science Bible lesson show.
I gotta find those.
Huh? You have them?
I don't know if I have the ones with me on it.
What you do with them?
It was 15 years ago. I don't know. Why don't you have them?
You have them. You put them all up on the internet. They've got to be somewhere.
They've got to be somewhere.
Well, I know all my stuff. Every year they make me move everything. I have to have my apartment empty like a hotel room with the inspection, and I put all my tapes in the inspection. I don't know where they are. I have 4 storage places. Everybody wants me to throw everything out of my storage. I'll throw out all my shows I did and all my puppets. And all
You
my
can keep the shows and the puppets, but
you don't understand. They take up space. You help me clean. You said you'd help me clean my storage place, and you.
well, we've just been so busy.
Well, when you
doing
have the time,
public
let's do it.
access. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow I took off. Oh, here I want everybody to give a warm welcome and a hand for Adam Papagan's birthday yesterday. So give him a warm hand.
Thank you.
He's half the age. I'm an oldie but goodie. I was born in the 50s, and so he's half the age that if I had a son, and girls weren't so stingy with the romance, I would have a son.
Well, you've got Doug the dog. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant's dead. I still love him.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, we could do basketball in heaven together. I love you, and I wish you didn't die. I cried all Sunday when you fell and you died. I love you, Kobe Bryant.
David, I really didn't realize you were a basketball fan at all. I've never heard you. We go way back. I've never heard you talk about liking the Lakers or anything.
Well, he just, okay, I can do a song. I'll do a song about Kobe Bryant. I love Kobe Bryant. He taught me to be a basketball player.
David, we're out of time.
We're out of time.
We're just going to have to...
no wine, we're out of time.
We're just going to have to make that reunion album.
All right, we will.
Here, we can roll the credits. Want to do Korendian Honk as we go out? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
There's a
Korendian who knows my name, and she looks just like Betty Page. I met her at the tar pits while I was selling my portraits. She told me that she was in love with